Welcome to the Record Machine Show podcast. And now, here's your host, James Michael Hollenstein.
We got a great show lined up for you today, folks. Billy J. Kramer, a Merseybeat veteran, joins us for an exclusive interview. We'll chat about his comeback album, Are You With Me? And also, he has a brand new Christmas single called Christmas Kinda Feelin'. As always, we like to kick the show off with a song. So without further ado, I give you Christmas Kinda Feelin'.
It's a Christmas kind of feeling, jolly appealing, cozy and warm. Time for getting together, sharing that Christmas feeling once more. Look at the snow on the rooftop and the stars in the winter sky. The Santa will be coming soon with toys for those who be nice. It's a Christmas kind of feeling, jolly appealing, cozy and warm. Time for getting together, sharing that Christmas feeling once more. Father goes out to the front yard to heat up the car outside. Mother rounds up all the kids for the holiday party tonight. It's a Christmas kind of feeling, jolly appealing, cozy and warm. Time for getting together, sharing that Christmas feeling once more. Aunties and uncles, sisters and brothers, raising a glass one by one to all of the gifts the good Lord giveth, and peace they pray will come. It's a Christmas kind of feeling, jolly appealing, cozy and warm. Time for getting together, sharing that Christmas feeling once more. It's a Christmas kind of feeling, jolly appealing, cozy and warm. Time for getting together, sharing that Christmas feeling once more. It's a Christmas feeling for sure.
You just heard Christmas Kinda Feelin', the brand new single by Billy J. Kramer. And I have Billy on the line for an exclusive interview.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Billy?
I'm very good, how are you?
Awesome.
Is that okay?
Yeah, you sound great. So where are you at today, Billy?
I'm in Romeoville, Chicago. That's where I live. That's usually at.
How long you been living in Chicago?
A few years now.
Yeah. Where are you originally from?
Liverpool.
Nice. How long did you live there for?
I was born, I lived there, I grew up there, and lived there till I was right around 40-ish.
Nice. So, Billy, what inspired you to pursue a career in music, and how did you get started in the industry?
I was like a lot of other kids. I played guitar when I was, when I was a kid. When I was about 11, I bought my first guitar for £3. I learned to play it. And then I formed a band with local friends. And eventually we put a group together and I started playing around Liverpool at the same time as the Beatles. That's how I started. I was an engineer for British Railways by day and singing in the evenings. And it got to a point when I was coming up to 19, I had to make a decision whether it was engineering or singing. And Brian Epstein stepped in, who managed the Beatles, and offered me a contract. So I took him up. That's good.
Wow, that's a pretty cool story. Who were some of your biggest musical influences, and how have they impacted your style and sound?
I like everybody else. I like Buddy Holly. I like Eddie Cochran. I like Little Richard. I like Jerry Lee Lewis. You know, um, all of the American people that were popular in the UK at the time.
Yeah, those are good choices. In March 1963, you became the first person to achieve a hit record with the song written by Lennon and McCartney, Do You Want to Know a Secret? This track was specifically composed for you by John and Paul and was recorded with George Martin at Abbey Road Studios prior to the Beatles' own rendition. Additionally, the Lennon-McCartney songs Bad to Me, I'll Keep You Satisfied, From a Window, and I Call Your Name all reached international million-selling status for you. You also received a demo of a song by top 10 songwriters Mort Schumann and John Leslie McFarlane called Little Children. You immediately felt like this was a hit song. Your insight proved to be correct as Little Children became a worldwide smash hit. What is your approach to selecting and collaborating with a songwriter or songwriters for your music, and what specific qualities do you seek in a songwriter?
Mostly just the melody, and I've been lucky with my choices, but I've been also unlucky, I always say to people, it's a crapshoot. You just don't know. I've made them hits. I've also made a lot of other records that I believe were as good and I thought were great at the time that didn't make the top 100 even. So it's just, I'll be honest with you, when I released Do You Want to Know a Secret, I wasn't certain it was a hit song. I at that time, I was doing, I just signed with George Martin, and I was just going along, Brian Epstein had given me this tape of John Lennon singing, Do You Want to Know a Secret? I didn't think it was that, I never thought it was going to be, it took me by surprise. Bad to Me, when I recorded Bad to Me, I thought it was a damn good song. I'll Keep You Satisfied and From a Window, I thought were good. Then Little Children came along, just out of the blue. I was going through a heap of demos, and I got up one day and played it, and I just had the feeling it was a number one hit. But, I guess I've been very lucky,
Yeah.
But, as I say, I've made a lot of records. In fact, I'm thinking of compiling all the ones that haven't made it and putting them on an album,
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I think
it's been a thought.
Yeah, you'd probably sell a lot of them if you did that.
Well, I don't know, I'm quite frankly, I'm more interested in really moving on to new things, I had this album, Are You With Me, that I've had out. I now have this Christmas song, Christmas Kind of Feeling,
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, that came about where I woke up one day and I said to my partner, Rose, I said, I feel like doing a new original Christmas song. And I got in touch with Tom Hambridge, who's a dear friend of mine and has been for many years. And he sent me the song, just a rough demo on a guitar. And I thought, this is a great song. I want to do it. And I flew to Nashville and we put it together.
It's a great song. I was listening to it this week along with the album that you did, Are You With Me? That's a great album as well. Earlier this year, you launched that album. Can you talk about that album a little bit?
It's, the amazing thing is like, I did Jealous Guy live and it's had like 112,000 hits, which is pretty good going, I did that on the album because, I recorded the album at Abbey Road and I wanted to pay a little tribute to John Lennon. I did that. Jeff Perholtz, who's one of the producers, wrote that song, My Sweet Rose. And most of the other songs were songs, quite frankly, that I've had that have been sitting on, just waiting for the opportunity to go and record them. I'd had Are You With Me for quite a while. The song Go On Girl, that was a Tom Hambridge song. Are You With Me was a Tom Hambridge song. Then I had this Leslie Brothers, who wrote I Belong. I wrote the song Be Kind to Emma. and peace of mind, but I had them all, I was sitting on it waiting.
Yeah. This podcast will feature your brand new single, Christmas Kind of Feeling, and also the title track from your album, Are You With Me? You told the story behind the Christmas Kind of Feeling. What was the inspiration behind the song, Are You With Me?
I just thought it was a damn good pop song. And, I thought it was relevant to where I'm at now.
Yeah.
I thought it was very fitting for the album.
Yeah, it's a great album. I've listened to it several times up until this week, and I think it's great. I think it's great that you're still out there doing your thing. Well,
thank you so much. That's it's what I enjoy doing. I've not formed a copy band,
right?
But I think I've tried to stay original and do good new music.
Gotcha. You have solidified your place in rock and roll history with your appearances on TV shows like Ed Sullivan, Shindig, Hullabaloo. You took part in the legendary Tammy Show in 1964 when you performed with such well-known performers as James Brown, Chuck Berry, the Beach Boys, Marvin Gaye, even the Rolling Stones. How did you find that experience?
It's one of the most fantastic shows I've ever done. These are people that I was, a fan of, and growing up, and to be doing a show with them was great. It was great. It was just a magical time. It was just a very magical time. But to me, it was very prestigious to be on a show with people of that caliber.
Yeah, that's a great lineup there. Which song out of all the songs that you recorded resonates with you personally, and why?
I think, I have personal feelings about Little Children and Bad to Me. Bad to Me because, to have John Lennon sit at a piano and play you a song was quite a moving time for me. And I think Little Children was meant a lot to me because a lot of people thought I was doing the wrong thing in recording that song. And I had to be strong, and it was a difficult time, and to see it become a hit meant a lot to me,
Yeah, I love that song, Bad to Me. I never get sick of it. The first time I heard it was when I was a little kid. My dad used to play the 45 all the time, and I still have that 45. He gave it to me.
It's amazing. To me, it's a great song.
It is.
Great song.
You can kind of hear like the Beatles' influence in that song, right? Wouldn't you agree with that?
Oh, yes, it definitely has the Beatles' influence, It was just, George Martin, I must admit, did an amazing job because, when John sat and played it at the piano, it was very basic. George Martin came along and really embellished the song and made it great.
Yeah, it's a wonderful song. How do you approach working with producers or engineers in the studio, and what role do they play in shaping your sound?
There's nothing planned. It's a process that's difficult to explain. The engineer's there to just do whatever to record things in the way you want to, And I've quite frankly, all the engineers I've ever worked with have been great. There's never been any problems,
What has been the most rewarding aspect of your journey so far, personally and professionally?
I think rewarding, it gave me the opportunity to go to places and to take care of my parents and stuff like that. It gave me opportunities that I would have never have dreamt of, to tour to travel the world is something I never dreamt would happen,
I bet.
Even now, I'll be honest with you, going to Nashville and recording the song is a wonderful experience as well.
I'm sure. Do you have a lot of shows lined up for the rest of the year and in the coming year?
I'm doing a show on the 22nd at a place called the Moonlight Theater in Chicago, and that's it for this year.
Okay.
really, I've plans to do shows in the UK in the new year.
Awesome. Do you go back there often?
I went through a period where I didn't, but like last year, I was back there 3 times.
Okay. That's not too bad.
I'm doing this Secrets and Stories show, which is the old songs. It starts with the old songs done acoustically.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an interview thing where it's a DJ interviews me and asks me lots of questions like you're doing, and starts that way, and it finishes with the new material with the whole band.
That's very cool. Do you like sitting down and doing interviews with radio people?
Absolutely. It's great,
It's probably great to reminisce about the old times, right?
Oh, of course it is.
And to talk about what's going on now as well.
People seem to find it very interesting to hear my stories hands off.
You've toured and done shows with lots of artists. Is there any one particular artist that you really, gelled well with, that you really enjoyed sharing the stage with?
Believe it or not, I did a tour at this time of Little Children with Gene Pitney.
Oh, nice.
And that was an amazing experience. He was a tremendous artist, and it was great working with him.
Yeah, some great songs by him. So what do you got planned for the coming year? Any other music coming out or any collaborations with anybody?
I'm going to start compiling songs now for the next album.
Oh, okay.
Which hopefully I'm going to come to Nashville to do.
Yeah, Nashville's a nice place. How many times have you been over there recording?
I've been to Nashville quite a few times, but I've never, until this trip, I've been there on shows and things, but I've recorded there once before. I've recorded just before the COVID hit us.
Mm-hmm. Seems like a lot of people from Los Angeles have gone to Nashville now, like they've moved there.
Well, I think, let's face it, in the whole of the United States, there's some very, very talented people. And I think the cream of the crop always head towards Nashville.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. That's all I can say, They put things together so quickly and so, amazing.
What made you decide to live in Chicago?
I was living on Long Island in New York alone, and I met my partner, Rose, and she lives in Chicago, so I moved to Chicago.
That's a good enough reason.
Yeah, sure.
You follow your lady friend. So where can the listeners go to learn more about you?
They can go to billyjkramer.com.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on Facebook. I also have a YouTube channel. All of these places.
You're on Spotify, right? I guess Amazon as well?
Oh, yes. All of them.
Awesome.
Apple, Spotify, all of them.
What are your thoughts on the rise of streaming services and the impact on the artist's revenue?
I think that kids are missing something special. I think there was something special years ago to buy an album and look at the cover and read all the credits and stuff like that. And I feel a bit sad about that. I think that they're missing something. But, you have to adapt, and whatever the playing field is, you have to go along with it. That's all I can say.
That's all you can do, Billy. Well, Billy,
yeah.
I want to thank you so much for coming on the show today. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I really love this album and the new single, and I hope everybody goes out and buys it. I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving and a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year as well.
Well, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and thank you for everything. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
You too, sir. Take care, Billy.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That was fantastic. Thank you, Billy. As always, we like to end the show with a song. Off his brand new album, Are You With Me? I give you the title track, Are You With Me?
I was proud to be a part
Machine Show is a weekly radio podcast produced by Jimmy Hall Productions. All rights reserved. For information regarding distribution or adding this podcast to your website, please visit our contact page at therecordmachineshow.com to submit your request. Thanks for listening. See you next time on The Record Machine Show.
The Record Machine Show.